Welcome to your morning mobility series. This is your wake up and shake up first class of the series, which is a full body, I would call it sprinkle of magic. We're actually going to start off by just figuring out how our body feels. Be kind to yourself. Don't judge how low you can go or how far your body can get. But on your next exhale, start reaching down to your toes. And yes, this might be the very first thing you've done this morning. So just check in with where you get to. And then as you slowly roll up, I want you to cross your hands up over your chest, get really tall, lengthen out of all of your vertebrae, and do a little standing back bend. Maybe do a couple actually, just to warm up into this movement. Brilliant. Bring your arms down by your side. Take a big step forward with your left leg. Bend your right knee. Create your love gun. And then pelvis staying forwards without it twisting at all. Let's twist over just a couple of times in the same direction to warm up that movement. And as you do it, really get in touch with how it feels in your upper back. Nice. And then let's change over to the other side. Fantastic. We're going to go on to our shoulders next. So standing tall, inhale, reach up through the arms. Imagine the arms are going to touch behind your back as they circle behind your head. All the way through this humongous circle without letting your ribs help you by flaring out. Keep your spine in the same shape. Let's do one more of these. Brilliant. And then we'll do one thing for the hips. Let's just take it down into a squat, just to have a little feel. How does it feel in your body? How does the ankles feel, your hips? Is it easy to be here? Is it challenging? Okie dokie, guys. So this is your wake up and shake up. So we've done a little bit of a test. Let's do the drill that I want you to feel the change. It's called the Big Six, where we're actually going to be mobilizing the 6 largest lymph node areas of the body. And we're going to start off with a collarbone, where you just rub up and down on the collarbone, around the pec. I'm trying to do it quite gently on me because of the mic, but you guys can go to town. And then you're going to just tap it out in that same spot. Do a couple of wake up sighs. Let's do the same thing on the other side. And then let's go back into the taps. Now the next spot is just underneath the earlobe and around the side of the neck. We're going to start off with just 10 gentle strokes. You can tilt your head to the side, it actually feels really nice. And then we're going to do the 10 taps. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And then the 10 taps. Okay, so the next lymph section that we're going to is around the shoulders and the armpits. So just like a little monkey, have a little scratch. And again, guys, what's so cool about the Big Six is you actually don't have to spend a long time doing it. And it does make a really big difference. If you feel like you're a bit bloated or maybe you've got a cold, let's go to the tapping. Then it's amazing how quickly doing the Big Six can actually help those symptoms feel like they're alleviating. Other side. And then let's do the taps. We're already halfway there. We're next going to go around the belly button. So you're just going to rub in lots of different directions. You can do circular, you can go up and down, side to side. Maybe while you do it, put some love into your tummy. It's always the part we're told not to like, right? And then we tap. And then the next area is this crease where your hip bones are. where your hip creases are. Basically, if you think you're sat down for hours and hours a day, this section, of course, is just always in a very blocked, contracted position without much blood flow. And there's such huge lymph nodes here, so we're just releasing them, waking them up. And then we're going to tap. And we're nearly there because the last one is behind the knee crease. Exactly the same issue when you're sat. These are contracted, right? Very little movement, very little blood flow. Tap it out. Fantastic. And then, because your lymph loves bouncing movements, we're going to do a few little bouncy bounces. Do a few breaths with that. One more. Awesome. Now we're going to retest and just check in, has our body made any changes? So we're starting with our forward fold. We can then come up into our standing back bend. We're going to step the left foot forward, right leg back into a deep lunge, take our twist. Oh yeah, nice. And then we're going to take it over to the other side. I'm always amazed at how much my body loves the stuff. We're going to check out our shoulders. Let's do 3 of these because they're so good for us. And then finally, let's have a little look at our hips. Just notice how the hips are feeling. And if your hips are feeling good, your shoulders are good, your spine has obviously got a bit more mobility, and tell yourself, well done me for arriving on the mat and killing it within just the first few minutes of being here. And you're actually going to next do a bit for the eyes. And one of the things that actually vision scientists are saying is excellent for eyes is improving your peripheral vision. Now, what I mean by that is sometimes we stare at an object, but as you look at it, you're actually aware of everything around that object. So even though focally it's not the point, the mental awareness is there. And this can be a fantastic meditation as well. So we're going to do this by actually putting your thumb out, and you're going to do like a little step tap. And what you'll notice is my head and my eyes are moving together along with my target. But my focus is on the scenery behind my thumb passing. Now it looks really weird, like if anyone had to walk in now, they'd probably roll their eyes at you. That's just a story of my life. What are they up to, those weird people? But honestly, when we do test, retest with visual acuity after doing this drill, often people's eyes are just working a whole lot better. Now the way I'm doing it is sort of the baby version. I'm just doing like a little small movement with the upper body in the twist. But we can also make this really big. So if you are comfortable doing a bigger movement, you're now going to use both thumbs that kind of connect halfway, and then you twist all the way around. Try not to let the quality of the drill slip, aka keep the thumb really nice and clear. So that might mean going a bit slower or making the movement a bit smaller. Now, of course, I'm trying to combine 2 things in one here, right? We're doing the visual drill, but we're also adding in a bit of a twist. So let your twist go all the way around until you're like, ooh, that feels so nice. I feel my back, it feels so good. And then we can also add in some breathing. So big breath in, and keep it out of your nose as you exhale. And when you think, wow, that's all my air finished, I want you to keep breathing out, keep breathing out, keep breathing out before the next inhale comes. We're only going to do 3 more of these peripheral awareness vision drills, and then we're going to retest how is our body doing. All right, so that can sometimes be a little bit of a dizzy situation for some people, and if it was for you, it means we just did too much. You can still do the same drill, but we can just keep it very little. Okay, so absolutely you don't have to go that far. But if you're like, no, Sal, I feel good, let's retest. Let's take our forward fold. Let's try our standing back bend. Oh, followed by our shoulders. Let's take our deep lunge on the left leg, big twist. And then we're going to take our second lunge over the other way. Brilliant. And then we'll finish off with our squat. How do your ankles, hips feel? Does everything have a little bit more space and control? One of the things that is the best for helping your body feel really good in the morning is sensory. Now, we've already done a little bit of sensory with our lymph reset, but let's actually give our whole body a bit of sensory awareness before we get going for the day. We're actually going to start off with our fingernails, kind of stroking right through the hair. And while you do this, I want you to clasp your teeth together 10 times. Take your fingers onto your ears. This is my favorite part. And then you're going to take your fingertips onto your jaw, your cheeks. And then you're going to bring your fingertips around the orbit of the eye. So I'll come a bit closer so you can see. I'm sort of circling my middle finger around from the inside of the eyebrow to the outside and underneath the orbit of the eye. We're then going to take our index finger and middle finger and just gently, very, very gently, almost massage the eyelid. There's no real pressure going through the eye, but there is definitely the sensation of softness and relaxation. Lift your chin up towards the sky. Now stroke your throat. Stroke the back of your neck. Good. Stick your right arm out and stroke. 2, 3, all the way shoulder to fingertips. Fingertips to armpit. And then we're going to change. Maybe connect to the breath at the same time. Other side. Good. Let's rub out our chest muscles. I'm just avoiding the mic for you. And your tummy. And we're going to finish off with going vigorously down the front of the legs and up the back of the legs. Let's do it. And you're going to go right up past your lower back as you go over the glutes. Nice one, team. Last one. And then we'll finish off with our retest. Take your forward fold. Take your standing back bend. Shoulders, big circles. Is there any more ease? And then we're going to take our twist. And other side. And finally, let's squat. So, I hope you feel good. I hope you enjoyed that. Remember to have the best day ever. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you on the next video.